So welcome to another after action review of trading performance. Today is Monday, the 2nd of June, 2025. Today, I had a kind of short session before going to work. It was only about a 2.5 hour session, so it's kind of a new thing for me where I don't have the whole day to prepare, and it's kind of an evolution to see if I can be able to trade following my rules, even though I don't have the whole day for trading, and I have to have my mind occupied with work to some extent. So let's look at the results. So today, even in that 2.5 hours, we managed to get 17 trades. We had a 30% win, 70% loss, and our multiple was 1.41. We actually managed to get a second position in, which was a new rule set that I allowed, which was great. So it's nice to try it out. Then we had a loss of minus 1.17. I don't have the answer to why I had a loss that's bigger than 1 hour. I'll have to look at the footage. Maybe it just gapped through my stop. I'm really not sure, so we'll see. Yeah, so that's it. Well, let's look at the trades one for one. So here's the trade in UMAC where we have a high, we have a lower high, so we get in here and then the second bar just goes right through. Like I said, I'll have to check the tape to see if I moved the stop. If I did not move the stop, then it's 100% my fault. If I did move the stop, then we just got get through, and that's okay. So we'll see about that one. Intel, nothing in Intel. United Health, 4 trades here. Let's look at them in a little bit closer detail. There we go. So here we have a high, we have a lower high, so we get in, it sells off, it goes back up, it goes through our stop, so we take a small little our loss here. And here's the same thing. We have a high, we have a lower high, theoretically, here. And it just goes back up, and again we get stopped out, and that's fine. And here we have so here we have a high, we have a lower high, so we get in here. It works in our favor, and then cuts back sharply. We move it with PSR and get stopped out here. And then, as like before, we always re-enter these as quickly as possible, and we do, and this one pays off very, very nicely here, where again we have a high, we have a lower high, and we get in here. It moves in our favor, and by following the PSR, we get out with about a plus 1 hour. So overall, even though we had these little 2 small test runs that lost some hours, we're up about 0.71 hour. So that was really nice. In Apple, here again, high, we have a lower high, we get in, goes in our favor. We move to no lose plus dinner for 2, probably, I think, it looks like it. And then it comes back up sharply, so we get taken out. Here we have a high, we have a lower high, the dragon is coming down, so we're okay to take that trade. It goes back up and we lose. Here there were kind of like these little ridges to take, and I took this one where we have a high, a lower high, and when we got in, it just sold. It bounced right back up through our stop. Unfortunate, because there would have been a nice move down, but that's fine. But again, on the next move, we have a high, we have a lower high, so we get in here and we take a plus 0.21 hour win by just following the PSR. So overall, almost a 0.3 hour win there in Apple. It's great. In BITX, we had 2 losses here. First one, very obvious. We have high, we have a lower high, so we get in. It again just buys back up. That's part of it. It's fine. Here, we have a high, lower high, we get in. It moves a little bit in our favor, and then just by following the PSR, we get taken out. Both are pretty much almost 0.4 hours, so we lose almost 0.75 hour in BITX. It's fine. Palantir, here was the 2-hour trade, or the possibility of a 2-hour trade. I'll explain it a little bit in detail. So we have a high, we have a lower high, we get in. It works in our favor, and then this was, let me draw a line. This was the area where we have our 2-hour battle drill. So we got in. I projected another stop loss with that order. I'm still working on how to input the sell stop order that way that I can just then move my stop loss because when I entered it, the stop loss actually disappeared for a little bit, so I was kind of panicked and then finally found the stop loss and moved it to the correct position. Where if I would have seen it sooner, I would have moved it a little bit higher because I was supposed to take a maximum 0.5 hour loss because I have a 0.25 stop loss limit there. So for two positions, it's double that. But I guess it either went through or I just moved the stop loss a little bit late. I'll have to check the tape. But anyway, a 1.41 hour win is always really nice. And then again, here is the re-entry as I was talking about before. It worked, so we have a high, lower high, we get in, and it just kind of mucks around and then goes against us for a minus almost 0.4 OR. And then here it's the same thing. We have a high, we have a lower high, so we get in here. It works a little bit and then goes back up, so we lose a 0.3 R almost there. So total plus 0.705 R in Palantir, fine. Nothing in Tesla, I believe. And then yeah, and then in BBAI, it's three losses in a row. We were just trying to catch the down wave here. So we have a high, we have a lower high, we get in here, sells off, no problem. High, lower high, we get in, it sells through again. Unlucky because this would have been a nice move. And then here we're trying to catch the last move down. We have a kind of a high, lower high, we get in right here, and then it sells off against us. So or buys goes up against us. So minus 0.8 R total. So that's it. It's part of it. I think the biggest improvements I can do is the stop loss in the 2 hour battle drill. We'll see how I did there, and then find a way to make sure that I don't take these big R losses. If that was supposed to be maybe a 0.5 R, then I would take a big responsibility for that for sure. And that would definitely make this number look a little bit better. But it's just variance of 30-70 win. I mean, that's part of it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.